Just prior to the ceremony, Justin said to me, "Is that your speech coach?" Took a look at this and I said, "Yeah, where's yours?" He said, "Shooting from the hip, coach." Well, you did a heck of a job, that's for sure. First of all, I want to congratulate Justin. If there was ever a Mr. Track and Field of Gladwin High School, Justin was certainly it. And so, congratulations, Justin. I'd like to thank Randy and the Hall of Fame committee for electing me. It's a great honor to join so many of Gladwin High School's finest athletes, not to mention some of my former colleagues who I admired and looked up to and learned from. And most of all, I'd like to thank the opportunity to work with in football as well as track and field over my 32 years of coaching here at Gladwin High School. Just for the heck of it, I'd like all my former athletes to stand just for a minute. Thank you, gentlemen, for not only representing Gladwin to the best of your ability in the past, but also as you continue to do so in the future. I'd also like to thank our athletic director, Ruth Ann Joslin, for organizing this very memorable and touching event for Justin and myself, and our thoughts and prayers go out to her and Cheryl as they get through their tragedy, as well as the firemen that fought the fire last night. I was very, very fortunate and blessed to have some fine assistant coaches throughout my tenure, starting with the absent-minded professor, Mr. Ron Horton, who worked with the distance runners and the jumpers my first 3 years as the track coach, followed by Mr. Gary Longcore, who had been former head coach and loved to coach track and field. Came back and he was my mentor really from day one when I began teaching. We just grew a close friendship, and I always admired Gary almost like a second father. And so it meant a lot. And then along came Coach Byer, who worked both at the junior high level as well as the high school for me. We went through the pay-to-play days together and so forth. And so thank you very much, David. Besides Dave, I had Phil Lamb at the junior high level, who just was an expert at making track and field fun for the junior high athletes, so they wanted to continue to participate in the sport. My final assistant at the high school level was Coach Mike Krushko. And as Justin mentioned, we were very, very blessed to have a retired Air Force pilot move to Gladwin and called me up one day and asked if he could work with the track program. And I sat down and talked with him, and I said, "Hey, Justin couldn't have said it better. He was just a real tremendous asset to our program, and continues to work with the high school girls program until this day, and that's Mr. Frank Bonham." I see our superintendent up here too. When he was a student teacher, he volunteered his time and worked with our distance runners, so thanks, Rick. Mentioned football a little bit, and Coach Krushko. I see Coach Stone up there, my longtime neighbor. I also worked with him with the JVs. Mike Bailey, I don't know if Mike's here, but we we had a real close-knit football coaching staff, and put out some fine teams back in the 70s and 80s that just provides a lot of memories to me. And well, I was getting, of course, we were led by Coach Carl Sharon, who Justin also mentioned. So just tremendous memories there. Speaking of the girls also, I have to thank the girls coach